Hi, so this video speaks about not being exempt from the Tower moment. So when we speak about the Tower moment, I want you to understand that this is something that no one, and I'll repeat it one more time, no one is exempt from. This is an obligation that you, me, and everyone else, eventually, one way or the other, at some point in time, will have to pay. It is something that you will go through. For some of you, going through this Tower moment is a wake-up call, is a warning, is a way of the universe saying, hey, we tried to give you a heads up, we tried to let you know this wasn't right, we tried to give you a warning, but you didn't take it. So then, in fact, we created this Tower moment. So, a lot of you, the outcome after a Tower moment, you become the hermit, yes. You become the hermit because you then try to withdraw, pull back, stay still, stay low, hide out, okay? And all those things that will keep you from experiencing another Tower moment. For some of you, this Tower moment can come from someone telling you of a story, a situation, a truth about something. For some of you, it could even be a lie about something. Someone may be trying to manipulate you. Somebody may be trying to coerce you. Somebody may be trying to convince you to do things in a different way, a different manner. Somebody may try to make you say things that you're not willing and ready to say. Okay, so be careful with that, because the Tower moment comes from people who want to act like they are very strong and very adamant and very much in control and definitely taking charge of a situation, when in fact they could be the actual manipulator. So be careful. For some of you, it could be someone who acts like they look up to you. Okay, it could be like the person who is trying to put you up on a pedestal at one point, but yet at another point they try to defame you, they try to deactivate you, they try to ruin your self-esteem, they try to lower your vibration so that you will fall into their trap, which will then again introduce you to that Tower moment. For some of you, as I said before, like the Ace of Pentacles, the Tower moment comes when the universe says, here, I have something for you now. It's not what you've been asking for. It's actually quite the opposite. It is going to be an awakening. But, you know, the Tower moment isn't always such a bad thing. It's just something that we're not wanting to face at that time. It's maybe a situation, circumstances that we don't want to deal with on a daily basis, or we don't want to deal with actually at all. So we try to ignore the signs, the red flags, the signals that are shown to us by spirit, by others around us. There's a lot of ways that the universe, God, the angels, spirit, karma, all works together, even Mother Nature sometimes forces you maybe even out of your home. You wonder why. Why would they make my home burn up? Why would they make the tornado knock it down? Why would they have this flood go on? But there's always a reason behind your movement, your push, that shove that the universe gives you. For some of you, maybe this Tower moment came from someone who never got rid of all the other options or opportunities that they had in their life and chose to try to add you to it. And by doing that, instead of removing all the others and just leaving you, they tried to keep everyone at the same time, which then created a Tower moment. So if you had somebody who betrayed you, who cheated on you, who was backstabbing you that way with a third-party situation, then you know. Or where you have the person who is the player, the person who, or playette, the person who doesn't want to be responsible and be in just one committed relationship. They're trying to have many, multiple. That will create the Tower moment. It will. For some of you, that Tower moment makes you feel as if you are trapped. Okay, just like the Eight of Swords here, because with this person here feeling trapped, bound, like they can't move, they can't make a decision, they can't see things clearly right now, they're not understanding what just happened. When that Tower moment hits, sometimes that smoke is so thick you can't see through it. You got to wait till the dust settles, so to speak, so that you can get a more clearer view. Some of you, after that Tower moment, spent a lot of time in your bed being very upset, very withdrawn, very depressed. Some of you get into a very deep depression. Some of this is from a loss of a loved one. Some of this is a loss of a relationship. Some of this is a loss of a job, losing your home, becoming homeless after a certain amount of time, being at a job for a long time and getting laid off, not knowing how to start over, not able to get that job that pays as much as you were making, having to start at the bottom and work your way up again. Again, when you're dealing with this Tower moment, it is going to be a blessing. The universe is actually giving you something similar to the Page of Cups, meaning that there's an offer to you saying, here, you can have this new life. You can have this new beginning. You can have this new relationship. But the one that you were in was toxic, and you kept letting it poison you. So we had to help you. We made your partner walk away. We had your partner leave you out in the cold. We had to have one final strong situation occur so that you could wake up and smell the coffee. For some of you, the timing was just off, and that's why the Tower moment had to come in. It had to stir things up and shake things up a bit, just to get you back on focus, back on point. A lot of you is because of the Lover's card reversed, which is showing that things weren't going well in your relationship. Things were upside down. Things were not valued the way they should be. Somebody didn't show value in a relationship, didn't take you as being valuable to them. Somebody took you for granted, or you took someone else for granted. So that's what we're talking about. For some of you, it was a lot of big arguments, maybe with a family. Maybe there was a fallout in your family, and it had to do with arguments and trust, and maybe even money and property. Maybe when there was a death in a family, maybe all the vultures came out and wanted what they could get. For some of you, it had to do with that broken heart that did come from that love relationship, maybe that third-party situation. For some of you, that's where the Tower moment came in. That's where you first met your first Tower. For some of you, if you think you can avoid another Tower moment, good luck with that. Good luck with that, because you are going to step out once more. And many more times after that. There is going to be a person that's taking that risk, that unnecessary risk that they shouldn't be taking right now. With that will come the Five of Cups, because you will look at what you've lost during that Tower moment, instead of turning around and seeing what you have left after that Tower moment. See, when the Tower comes in, it takes away what you're focused on, and you were focused on negative things or toxic things. So everything gets removed out, and what was a blessing in that relationship, or where your strength was in that relationship, you're not looking for that. You're very busy looking at what you lost, mourning what you lost. The good news is, after the Tower moment comes, the sun then comes out. It's just like a big rainstorm. It's like a big thunderstorm, okay? After that big storm, when all that water has come down, later on you get to enjoy the beautiful flowers that benefited from all that water. You get to see the sun shining again. The sky is clear as a bell, so that all the blessings start to come through. Don't fear your Tower moment. However, don't believe that you are invincible. Don't believe that you're immune to the Tower, because the Tower is actually a friend. Okay, it is our friend, because when we refuse to see things that we should, and we have friends in our lives who don't want to break our hearts, or don't want to disagree with us, or don't want to tell us the truth about something, the Tower moment, even Mother Nature, will come in and show you what the truth really is. That's when you have an ending to a certain situation. That's when things get a little bit rough, a little bit sad, maybe even with children in your family, maybe a breakup in a relationship, maybe even that tends to really upset you, because you feel like it's hurting the children, but in fact having the children grow up in that toxicity, in that toxic environment, in that very disrespected environment. You don't want your children being brought up with arguments and not love and happiness. You're not benefiting the children. That is an excuse. That is an excuse for you not to have to deal with what you got to deal with. For some of you, after the Tower moment, you will look very closely at what you have left. You will focus on what you can build up from. You will see what your foundation is currently made up of, and you will be able to move forward. There will be a beautiful sky, a beautiful home, a beautiful relationship just around the corner. Somebody will offer their love out of the blue if it was this in reference to a relationship that went sour or went south, so to speak. For some of you, once again, the Tower moment will force you to say things that you were not willing to say before, or will force you to listen to what's being said, okay? But at the same time, don't fear, oops, I just dropped my cards. Don't fear this Tower moment as if it is going to be a death of you, because it's not. A Tower moment is going to be an awakening, actually. And with this awakening, it's very good, because you'll get to see the trees within the forest. You'll get to see what's lying behind those dark clouds. You'll get to do some traveling back and forth. You'll be able to make your own decisions and learn what's worth protecting and standing guard for and what's worth letting go. Sometimes we're afraid to let something walk away, but there's always going to be a fresh start, a new beginning, new growth. So don't fear the Tower, but don't think that you are not able to be approached, touched, or even to be desensitized by the Tower, because the Tower always comes in different ways, different angles, okay? It will force you to make decisions that you didn't think you could. So be prepared for that. But that's just my little touch on the Tower moment.